Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name's Keisha and welcome to my channel. Welcome. And if you're not, welcome back. In today's video, I thought I'd do another story time because I have a lot of stories. So in this story, it is going to be again about my time at McDonald's, but this story time is going to be about me versus a customer. I have quite a few of these. People assume that because you are at work or you're a fast food worker or you work in retail that you are less than human and they can treat you however they want to. Not this one. No, not this one. So I had been at McDonald's, I want to say, probably about 2 years at this point. So I was a veteran at that point, you know. I knew everything. I knew the store. I knew how everything ran. And I would help train new associates who came in, new team members, as they're called. I would train them. And so it was like, I want to say about maybe 9 o'clock. And we had a new person working the second window, and that's where you get your food. However, usually they're called runners, the person who takes it from the grill to the bag and to the driver, the person at the drive-through window. So I was running for the new girl who was at the window, and then we had somebody who was on the grill who was a veteran as well. So we were like, okay, we're gonna pretty much do everything, and your job is just to hand out the package. Like, we got it done, just hand it out. So a customer comes through a drive-through and they order a bunch of food and they end up getting fries and things like that. So they get one fry, all these burgers, right? So I put the fry in there, I put all the burgers in there, fold it up, hand it to her. I'm like, okay, just hand it out when they get here. So she goes and hands the bag to them and kind of turns away, but I'm standing right behind her. So I can see them, but they can't see me because I'm standing behind her. And so I see the guy in the driver's seat take the french fry that I just put in the bag, out of the bag, hand it to somebody like this in the back seat. And of course he's trying to do it slyly, so he's not like he turns around and looks. Like, no, he like, here you go, bro. And then, excuse me, on the window. And I'm sitting here like, okay, like, we're gonna try this. We're really gonna try this. Okay, that's fine. So I go to the window. I'm like, hey, yes, how can I help you? We didn't get our french fries. Oh, you didn't? Oh, you didn't get your french fries? I said, yes, you did. No, she didn't put them in the bag. I didn't get my french fries. And I'm like, I am actually the one who put them in the bag. And I saw you hand it to the person in the back seat. If you'd like, you want to roll down the window and show that there's no french fries back there. And then maybe, I'll give you another french fry. But I know for a fact that I gave you the french fries. And he's like, no, you didn't. You bleep. I didn't get no french fries. And I'm like, dude, you're caught. Like, here's the thing. When you're trying to, like, steal from retailers or anything like that, like, once we catch you, take that L. Take the L. We got you. It's done. You giving us, like, attitude, it doesn't help. All it does is make us not want to help you, point blank, period, and tell you to go kick rocks. So, like, once we've caught you, just stop. The game's over. Go try it a different day. Go try it somewhere else, but not today, not here. We're not doing it. So I'm like, dude, we're not gonna go back and forth. I know you have the french fry. Have a good day. Like, we're done. Like, especially, like, you're gonna call me out my name? Like, no, go F yourself, bro. Like, we're not doing this. And so I'm like, okay, we're done. Close the window. And then he knocks on the window again and was like, I want my french fry. And I'm like, dude, I gave it to you. You guys should have probably ordered more. I don't know what to tell you. And so he then takes it upon himself. Just replaying that in my head before I say it pisses me off. Like, this whoo, this mother effer thinks that it is appropriate to take a McChicken wrapper, crumple it up, and throw it at me through the window. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know me from a hole in the ground, so he doesn't know that he just started something. So my gut reaction is to jump through the window and almost bust his face. Like, who do you think you are? You're not gonna throw shit at me after, like, you're lying to me, you're insulting my intelligence, and then you think it's appropriate to throw things at me? Like, no, dude, we're square up. Like, remember, like, at this point, I'm like 19, so I'm a hothead. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, I don't care. Dude, girl, tall, little, I don't care. If you throw something at me, if you disrespect me, like, square up. Like, that's where my head was. So I'm like, dude, square up. Like, what's good? Like, we're fighting, and everybody's like, no, get out, leave it, no. And then he's like, do you have any idea who I am? Do you have any idea who I am? I'm in a gang. And, like, so for most of you who don't know, my whole family is originally from the south side of Chicago. So, like, my whole family is from Chicago. So, and my first job at McDonald's was in Elk Grove. So, rewind back to what I was saying. This guy is like, I'm in a gang, do you know who I am? And, like, instantly I was like, I'm from the south side of Chicago. Like, you're in a gang in Elk Grove? Does your mom make you milk and cookies for your gang meetings? Like, bye. Like, boy, bye. Like, most people aren't like, I'm in a gang, you know who I am. Like, no, bro, I don't know who you are. Like, honestly, you could have been a celebrity coming through my drive-thru, and I probably wouldn't have noticed who you were because I was working. All I noticed was some punk dude who tried to give me attitude and lie to me and take product. Like, I know it was a french fry. Like, maybe, like, I could have just given it, but that's not the point. You're not gonna lie to me. Like, especially if I caught you. You're not gonna lie to me, and then you're not gonna call me out my name. Like, and then you're gonna throw something at me. That's pretty much like hitting me. And I was taught, when somebody puts hands on you or throws something at you, you have every right to destroy their life. I was defending myself, officer. I don't know. Maybe they should have thought about it before they hit me, because I defended myself. It is not my fault that they couldn't defend themselves better after they attacked me. Sorry. Even if it is just a McChicken wrapper. But, like, oh my god, you guys, like, it was crazy. And then, like, they even tried, like, they pulled out of the drive-thru because, like, I was coming through the window. Like, I was done. I was so done. And, like, the people were like, no, okay, it's not that serious, let it go. And I'm like, dude, like, you're throwing shit at me and you're being disrespectful. Like, and I do not like disrespectful people. Like, it drives me crazy, especially at work. Like, I'm here and I'm human. Treat me as such. Like, don't be a turd monkey. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, you want to come do my job? Like, come do my job. So you then understand that the way you act is not okay. Like, if you wanted another french fry, you could have just paid for another french fry. Like, it's not that serious. It's not. And I don't know where you thought throwing something at somebody who's at work was going to get you what you want. But it didn't that day. It almost got you an ass whooping by a girl. And then go tell all your gang friends that you got your ass beat by a girl. Because I would have... Listen here. My coworker saved you, not me. Like, everybody's like, yeah, they're holding you back because they know. No, they're holding me back because they know. They know. Like, I have access to way too many hot things back here. Like, it's a wrap. Go ahead. Try me. Like, that's where I was. So yeah, that was a stressful day. And then, of course, this is all happening and there's a new girl here, guys. Like, there's a new girl and she's like, oh my god. And I'm like, that doesn't happen all the time. Okay, so it happened quite a few times. Not to the point where I was ready to jump out the window. There's a few times where, like, me and somebody else were like, somebody's like, oh, we're gonna fight you. And, oh, that's another story time. I'm just gonna go ahead and add that on here. So, like, around the same time, This is a separate story. So around the same time, there was me and one of the managers. Like, she is awesome. Her name's Liz. Like, she is still one of like my favorite people. Like, one of the reasons why I stayed at the job as long as I did were the people that I got to work with, because they were hilarious. We had a ball, you know. And I remember one time me and Liz were working, and again, I was working the drive-thru, and these girls wanted sauce. And I remember, like, in my last video, my story time about McDonald's, I told you I worked for one that was franchise, which means the owner sets the rules. It's not corporate, the owner does. So at this one, it was like 25 or 30 cents for sauces, and they were very big on this. And it's just like, people were like, well, it doesn't come out of your check. But like, depending on what manager is there, like, they could be an asshole and be like, hey, what do you think you're doing? And you can get in trouble. And I'm sorry, sir or ma'am, I'm not gonna lose my job because I gave you a sauce. I'm not gonna get in trouble because I gave you a sauce. It's not worth it. Like, it's not. So these girls are like, yeah, we want sauce. Well, you didn't order nuggets, so I have to charge you for the sauce. What do you mean you have to charge me for the sauce? I have to charge you 30 cents. Well, why down the street is it? They're differently owned. Like, I don't make the prices. Like, I need people to understand this. The people that you're yelling at do not make these prices. The people sitting in cushy offices that you will never talk to make these prices. So yelling at the person who's ringing you up does nothing. I'm not the one who makes these decisions. So they're like, okay, I want a sauce. And I'm like, well, it's gonna be 30 cents. And again, I don't know why people think it's appropriate to call me out of my name. It is a trigger for me. You call me a B, we're going to have a problem. Of course, like, it's different when you're like with your friends, like, eh. Like, that's different, but you're using it as a derogatory. I'm not about that. Well, F you B, then fine. Like, and I'm like, it's not that serious. Like, we're not gonna give you a sauce. Goodbye. F you B, da da da. And I'm like, at this point, I was like, you know what? You can leave. You know what? We'll see you after work. We'll see you after work. And at this point, Liz comes up and just like, yeah, I'll see you after work. We'll see you after work. And we're like, we're both off at 10. We're both off at 10. Go ahead. You can park right out front. Go ahead. And then, like, Liz was like, I'll take the big bitch. And we're like, yeah, like, dude, are you serious? Like, you're gonna fight us over 60 cents of sauce? Like, you're gonna wait about, I think it was like 4 hours to come fight some girls over some ranch? Find something better to do with your life. Get some help, because it's not that serious. Like, but yeah, like, people always, like, there was always somebody trying to fight an employee, and it was just like, don't try me, because I am pretty sure our owner wouldn't have, like, honestly, the owner probably wouldn't have fired anybody if, like, we got into a fight, especially if it was something that we could, like, defend. Like, no, like, this is what happened, they did this. We probably wouldn't lose our job. Like, when they're like, oh, we're gonna take your job. You're not. Just understand. You can be like, oh, I'm gonna own your job after this. I'm gonna have your job after this. You're not. you're not. You're really not gonna. You're not gonna have my job. I'm sorry. See, because I made myself pretty much indispensable. So go fuck yourself. So yeah, and that's what I do. But yeah, so I just wanted to give those out, and it's actually really funny, like, retelling those two stories. Like, it's hilarious to me now. At the time, not so much. Not so much at all. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up. I hope you guys enjoyed these two story times. I gave you a twofer. That was not the plan at first, but I mean, they kind of go hand in hand. And trust me, I have a few more me versus customers, so I will go ahead and give those to you guys at a later date. So if you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and smash that like button, comment, and subscribe. And I will go ahead and catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.